Okay. Okay, good day everyone. Welcome to our class. So today we will continue deepening our understanding of yourselves now and the world around as we move forward with our lesson for week 3, which is developing the holistic person. So in week 3, we will explore what it truly means to grow as a holistic individual, someone who develops not only intellectually, but also emotionally, socially, physically, morally, and spiritually. So we will look at how these different dimensions of the self are interconnected and how they influence the way you think, feel, behave, or act. Okay, so by the end of our session class, I hope you will gain insights that will support your personal growth, guide your decisions, and strengthen your self-awareness. Okay, so let's begin our learning for today with an open mind and a willingness to reflect on who we are becoming. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's start with the question, what makes a person? So, as you said, a person is made up of three basic components, class. Okay, so we have the body, the mind, and spirit. So these parts work together to shape who we really are, how we think, how we feel, and how we connect with others. So when we talk about holistic development, class, we refer to the growth of a person in all aspects of life, no? So this includes physiological, okay, psychological, spiritual, cognitive, and social. Okay, so as I've said or as I've mentioned, so these are the five holistic development. No, so the first one is physiological. When we say physiological, this is the physical changes, or these are the physical changes and development of the body. No, so when we say psychological, naman, it refers not to our emotions, behaviors, and how we understand ourselves. When I say spiritual, this refers to our values, beliefs, and our sense of purpose. And when I say cognitive, this is our ability to think, to solve problems, and make decisions. And lastly, when we say social, this is how we interact with others, and this is how we build relationship with other people. And today, class, we begin with the physiological aspect. Body grows and develop, especially during adolescence, when major physical changes take place. Okay, so it says here that when we say physiological development, this refers to any physical attributes, including the five physical senses. For example, the painting, cutting of vegetables, making clay model, typing on a computer, typing on a computer keyboard, medical surgery, driving, writing, and many more. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed here. So here are some of the physical and the physiological changes that middle adolescent girls know commonly experience. During this stage, the growth in height and weight still continues, but it becomes slower compared to early adolescence. As you can see, no, so most girls reach their adult height around the age of 16 or 17. Of course, breast development also continues during this period. Excuse me. So also, pubic hair becomes thicker, darker, and forms the typical triangular pattern seen in adults. So also our underarm hair also becomes more noticeable. Okay, so wag kayong magsabi-sabi na, si ganito, ganyan. Huwag kayong mabubuli kung may nakita kayong underarm hair, yung mga kaibigan nyo. Kasi that is normal. That is part of your holistic development. Okay, so another major change is, ayan, the widening of the hips, no? So this is the body's natural way of preparing for adulthood, especially for women, no? So the fat deposits also increase in areas like the buttocks, legs, and stomach. So yung iba naman, ang ginagawa nila nag-exercise para kahit papaano malesen po yung fat deposit, no? Na talagang medyo parang source or cause kung bakit yung mga ibang babae nako-conscious sa sarili, ganito, ganyan. So this is normal class and part of the body's natural growth pattern. And lastly, menstrual periods become more regular. Okay, so ovulation begins to stabilize, which means the body is becoming more mature reproductively, and this is the stage when pregnancy becomes biologically possible. Okay, so all of these changes, class, are normal signs of growth and development. So they may vary from person to person, but they are all part of the transition toward adulthood. Okay, so if meron po sa girls, of course, meron din naman po tayo for boys. Ayan. So, the following girls and boys, mas especially in this screen, nandiyan na po yung changes for middle adolescent boys. So as you go through middle um, adolescence, you'll notice several changes happening in your body. Okay, so first, you might feel hungrier than usual. Okay, this is completely normal because your body is growing quickly and needs more energy. Okay, so for boys, rapid growth in height and weight, and so muscles fill out and strength increases dramatically. Yung parang feeling mo very strong ka na, yung napakalakas mo na. Kaya nga yung mga kalalakihan talaga namang nag-gym agad-agad kahit na ilang taon pa lang sila talagang nag-gym na sila kasi gusto pa nila na magkaroon sila ng muscle kahit papaano. And of course, voice deepens, no? So, dito na nag-i-start na bumaba yung boses ng mga lalaki. Pubic hair, pubic and underarm hair appears and thickens. Of course, ang kagaya pa ng girls, na-experience din ito ng mga boys. So, body hair increase, facial hair growth, ayan, so yung penis, scrotum, and testes at large, that's also normal, no, for your stage. So ejaculation and nocturnal emissions occur because that depends on your hormones or your body. Ayan, so the following are some changes for middle adolescent girls and boys. So both girls and boys na ito. Ayan, so ayan yung sinasabi ko kanina. I think iba yung explain ko kanina. So you might feel hungrier than usual. So this is completely normal, class, because your body is growing quickly and needs more energy. You'll also notice, class, that you have a greater need for sleep. So many of you may find yourself staying up late, especially on the weekends kapag wala na kayong ginagawa. Tapos yun na yung mga petante nyo, ganyan. But still, feeling like you need more rest. So, another change is the increase in oil and sweat gland activity. Become oiler, and this is usually the start of acne. Okay, so ito yung dahilan kung bakit yung iba nagko-conscious sa sarili, 'no? Lalo na kapag nagbe-breakout, which some of you, 'no, may find it challenging to deal with, 'no? 'Pag talagang biglang o sabay-sabay tumubo yung acne. Okay, but that's part of your, again, your uh, holistic development as adolescents. Okay, so you may also experience more sweating than before. This also happens because of your hormonal changes, okay, happening inside your body. There may be times also when you feel clumsy or uncoordinated, and that's because your body is growing rapidly, sometimes faster than you can notice. Uh, Small desires and fantasies, that's also normal, okay? So this is a normal part of development as you move toward adulthood. Okay, so huwag kayong matawa-tawa kapag ganito yung mga nangyari sa inyo. Huwag kayong magugulat kasi that's part of growing. Okay? Ayan, so we move to the next one, which is the cognitive development. Okay, so when we talk about cognitive development, we are talking about how our mind grows and improves in understanding things, no? So this includes skills like thinking, recognizing information, our ability to process information, reasoning, analyzing, um, making predictions, putting ideas together, remembering, and last but not the least, evaluating. No, so this skills class helps us help us to understand why these things happen. No, what causes certain events and how different ideas or issues are connected. So cognitive development is basically how our brain works um, to solve problems and to learn new concepts. Okay, so now let's talk about the advances in thinking during adolescence. So as you grow and mature, of course, your way of thinking also becomes more complex. You'll start to notice several important changes. First, you may begin improving your higher reasoning skills. This means you're now able to think more logically, analyze situations better, and consider different possibilities before making decisions. Okay, so you also develop stronger abstract thinking skill. So instead of understanding only what you can see or touch, no, you can now think about ideas, concepts, and things that are not physically present, like um the concept of freedom, justice, or love. Diba? Doon naman tayo magaling. Ayan. So, another major change is improving metacognition. So, this simply means that you become more aware of your own thoughts. You think about how you think. Please, alam mo yung mga bagay-bagay. So, ayan, so during this stage, you may feel more self-conscious. You might think a lot about how others see you or worry about how you look or okay, so there believe that no one else has ever felt the way you do. So nagiging emotional tayo, nagiging ano ba, ang dami nating iniisip. So nagiging overthinker tayo, no? So this is common among adolescents. You may feel that your emotions are unique or that adults won't understand you at all. Okay, so this connects to what we call a person fable. So the belief that your experiences are special or that certain consequences won't happen to you. Now, so at the same time, even if you become more cause oriented, you become passionate about issues, advocacy, and doing what you believe is right. You also begin to show a stronger sense of justice. Di ba, lagi kayong humihingi ng hustisya, ang dami ninyong mga bagay na tinatanong. You become curious, okay? So You also become passionate about issues, about advocacy, and doing what you believe is right. Okay. You also begin to show or your processing speed, your concentration, and your memory also improve. You think faster, you remember better, and focus more effectively. So finally, you become perspective taking. This means class that you can now understand situations from someone else's viewpoint or not just your own. Hindi na kayo egocentric na akala niyo kung ano lang yung gusto niyo, kung ano lang yung alam niyong tama, yun lang po yung masusunod. Okay? Okay, so now as adolescents start using their reasoning skills, some of their behaviors also may seem confusing, especially for adults, no? But I want you to remember that these behaviors are completely normal during the stage of development. So for example, you might argue for the sake of arguing, no? Sometimes it's not even about who's right or wrong. You just want to test ideas. You just want to express your thoughts or challenge what you hear. Diba, mahilig na kayong mang-away, gumawa ng away kasi nga gusto nyong parang ipaglaban kung ano yung alam nyo. Okay? So, pero kung minsan hindi na natin masyadong iisip kung ano yung mga lumalabas sa ating bibig, nakakapanakit na tayo ng ating mga kapwa. Okay? So, ayan. So, aside from that, you may also jump to conclusions because you're thinking faster. Sometimes um you make quick assumptions or you may make quick assumptions without seeing the full picture. Nagiging impulsive tayo. Siguro dahil very emotional kaya medyo nakapagsabi ng mga bagay-bagay without thinking kung ito ba ay nakakapalala ng situation or nakakatulong. Diba? So another common behavior is being self-centered. So this doesn't mean you're selfish. It simply means you're very focused on your own thoughts, feelings, and experiences as you try to understand who you are. Okay, so you might also constantly find faults in adult opinions. This happens because you are developing your own beliefs. And part of the process is questioning or challenging what adults say. That's why nagiging philosopher tayo kadalasan, di ba? O kapag may makita tayong ganito, bakit si ganito, ganyan, ginagawa naman niya, yung mga gano'n. So, we constantly find fault in adults' opinions. And finally, many adolescents can be exceedingly dramatic. Okay, guys, so strong emotions, changing hormones, and your new thinking patterns can make situations feel more intense than they really are. So all of these are again normal parts of growing up, no, and developing your identity. Okay, so that is cognitive, and now we proceed to psychological development. Okay, so this refers class to the growth and changes in a person's emotions, behavior, personality, and the way they understand themselves and others. So it's not just about how we think, it's also about how we feel, okay? And how we interact with people and how we manage our emotions. So as we grow, we learn to we learn how to express our feelings. We learn how to build relationships. We tend to develop our confidence. We also learn to handle stress and understand what is right or wrong. So psychological development class helps us know from to form our identity, make decisions, and deal with different situations in life. So basically, class, it is about becoming emotionally and socially mature. Okay, so that is psychological development. Now, Adolescents also faced with an important task. Okay, they are developing um, their sense of identity. This means that they must understand who they are, in what they believe in, and how they see themselves. So, identity class has two main parts: the self concept and the self esteem. When you say self concept, okay, so this is the set of beliefs know that you have about yourself, no? So it answers the question, who am I? And this in how I see my abilities, my personality, my strengths, and even the things I still struggle with. While self-esteem is how about how you feel about your self concept. It answers the question, how do I feel about who I am? So kung kanina, who am I now? How do I feel about who I am? So it involves evaluating whether I like, accept, or value myself. For self-esteem, nabubus lang po yung self-confidence natin if we truly appreciate our personality. Okay? So we have two types of self-esteem. We have global self-esteem and specific self-esteem. When I say global, this refers to how much an individual likes or approves of themselves as a whole. So it is the overall judgment of one's worth. But when I say specific self-esteem, this focuses on how adolescent feels about certain parts of themselves. Like, for example, their appearance, their talents, intelligence, or social skills. Okay, so that is the difference between global self esteem and specific self. Okay, now, so there are also specific skills that you need to master as part of your psychological or emotional development. No, so this includes being aware of and managing emotions. Number two, developing empathy. Number three, learning to solve conflict constructively. Four, developing a cooperative spirit. So let's start with the number one, which is being aware of and managing emotions. So adolescents class need to learn how to recognize what they truly feel and control their emotions in healthy ways. So this includes handling anger, stress, sadness themselves or other. But when you say developing empathy, this means that we try to understand how others feel. So adolescents learn to see situation from someone else's point of view, okay, which helps them become more caring and respectful. And number three, learning to solve conflict constructively. Instead of avoiding problems or responding with anger, adolescents begin learning how to communicate, to negotiate, and to resolve disagreements in a peaceful and fair way. Okay, number four, developing cooperative spirit. So adolescents start to understand the importance of teamwork. Okay, so they learn to how to work, learn how to collaborate, share responsibilities, and to contribute to group goals. Okay, so psychological development also is always unique for each adolescent. Excuse me, yet some tendencies are seen in specific groups of adolescents, such as gender differences, cultural differences, gay, lesbian, and bisexual adolescent. Okay, when we say gender differences, no, even though all adolescents experience psychological development, each person develops in their own unique way. So these are the patterns. So sabi ko kanina, we have first gender differences. So boys and girls may show emotional changes at different times or express their feelings differently due to social expectations, hormones, or upbringing. Ano tayo pinalaki. Number two, cultural differences. So teens from different cultures may develop unique values, behaviors, and emotional responses depending on family traditions, your community norms, and cultural beliefs. And lastly, we have gay, lesbian, and bisexual adolescents. So these adolescents who identify themselves as gay, lesbian, or bisexual may face additional changes or challenges, such as understanding their sexual orientation, dealing with discrimination, of course, or seeking acceptance, since we live in a world that full of people who easily judge others, no? So their development may involve exploring identity in ways that differ from heterosexual peers. Okay, so that is the psychological development. Now we proceed to spiritual development. So when we say spiritual growth, this is how about you form your beliefs, your values, and sense of purpose in life. It's not only about religion, okay? So it's also about understanding what matters to you, what guides your decision, and what helps you feel connected to others or to something greater. For example, imagine you're going through a difficult time. So your spiritual development shows when you try to reflect on the situation. So you ask yourself what lesson you can learn or think about what truly matters. Some of you may pray, some may do meditation, and some may simply take quiet time to think. All of these guys are signs that you are growing spiritually, no? So it always shows when you start thinking about what kind of person you want to be, or when you choose to do the right thing, even if no one is watching. So that is part of developing your values, your purpose, and your sense of meaning in life. Right? Very meaningful. So that is your spiritual development. So now next is social development. Submit now. Okay, social development. This refers to how you learn to interact with other people, your friends, classmates, teachers, family, and even the larger community of the class. So it's all about how you build relationships, communicate, and understand social expectations as you grow older. Okay, so when we talk about how teens grow socially, how we make friends, interact with family, behave in school, or connect with the community, it's always important to see that it's not just one thing that shapes us. Okay, so think of it like a layer of influence around us. Okay, so we have here the main things to consider in social development. So number one is relationships. So your friends and classmates influence how you act, what you value, and how you communicate with other people. Number two, family relationship. How is your relation with your parents, with your siblings? So your family shapes your attitudes, your support system, and how you resolve problems. Number three, school relationships. Your relationship with your teachers, classmates, and even school staff help you learn social skills, teamwork, and responsibility. Okay, so number four, community relationships. These are the people in your community, neighbors, or local leaders, no, and groups. They also affect how you interact and grow socially. So characteristics of your neighborhood, such as living in a safe, supportive neighborhood, can help you feel secure and connected. So while challenges in your neighborhood may affect your experiences, kasi sometimes we encounter neighbor na hindi masyadong peaceful. ba? Yung mga laging may away, naririnig natin yung mga away-away nila, ganyan. So, hindi tayo napapanatag. Okay, so number six, type of resources available: parks, libraries, sport facilities, ano pa? And learning centers pa din provide opportunities uh, for growth and social interaction. And number seven, serve the community. Okay, so these are the health services, youth programs, and other support system help adolescents get the help they need when challenges arise. Okay, and then number eight, religious organization. These are the churches, mosques, temples, and other groups can provide values, guidance, and the sense of belonging. And then number nine, the media, the television, social media, of course, and the internet influence your ideas, trends, and the way you see the world. Okay, and then lastly, we have the people who live in the community. Okay, so everyone around you, even those who may not know you well, shapes the culture and norms you grew up with. So basically, class your development is like a puzzle made of many pieces, so many pieces. So your peers, family, school, and community fit together to help you grow into the person you are becoming. So it's not just about friends or family, it's about how all these parts work together. Okay. Now we proceed to the cognitive triangle. So this cognitive triangle class shows us how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. So we think of it like triangle where each corner affects the others. Also, number one, thoughts. When we say thoughts, these are the things we tell ourselves in our mind. For example, I can do this, or I'm going to fail. Sana wag naman tayo maging mega. Instead, dapat, I can do this and I'm not going to fail. Diba? I'm going to succeed. Number two, feelings. When you say feelings, these are the emotions we experience based on our thoughts. For instance, thinking I can't do this might make us feel anxious, sad, or frustrated. But when we say I can do this, of course, this will boost your self-esteem or your confidence because you believe in yourself. And then behavior. This is how we act. Know our feelings influence our actions. If we feel anxious, we might avoid trying to give up, or we might avoid trying, or we give up easily. Okay, so I think that's the end of our lesson for week three. Okay, so if you have questions, okay, if you have questions, feel free to ask po, especially that wala po tayong pasok ngayon, then pwede lang po ninyo akong i-PM. Okay? So, thank you so much.